I'm gonna tend to you on Twitter. I'm gonna tend to you on Twitter.
I'm gonna tend.
I'm gonna tend to you.
I'm gonna 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. On Twitter, I'm gonna 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On Twitter, I'm gonna 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 10 to you on Twitter, then hurt you real bad on the Instagram. Hello and welcome
To the
a podcast. This is the I'm Real Sad and I Don't Want to Be Alive Anymore podcast.
So let's hear it from our studio audience. Billy, could you stop that whilst we're filming?
I'm so sorry. Well, you know why I like to get out 1, 2, 3, 9 times a day.
So what is that, 13 or 139?
Well, you know, it's about 1, 2, 3, 9.
It's about half the estimated guess.
It happens times.
What have you been up to?
I've already...
You've already fucked it
Because
up.
before we started this, I was like,
gonna
don't put your coffee on the desk, because any touching of the desk will make a noise, and it's awful, and it's not good whatsoever. So I went and got a box off of Charlie's bed.
We went and got a...
I went and got a box. I was like, I'll have that as my little desk to put my coffee on.
already-
And already, I didn't put the coffee down on the desk, but I didn't put it on my table before we started recording.
Just for all you watchers at home.
For the viewers at home.
For the viewers, the people watching with their eyeglasses, Billy didn't put his, coffee on the table. He put the mug...
On the new table.
He put the mug, which was holding the coffee in it, on the table. He didn't just pour. He didn't just place...
The coffee goes right into my mouth. And for the viewers at home...
I like to think that from now on, we'll only ever, what's the word I'm looking for?
Milk.
If I'm in doubt, milk it out.
Like
Reference
that,
our listeners as, watchers.
Is the
It's the one
viewers
thing
at
they're
home, the
lacking
watchers
in the
at home.
podcast.
Is actual vision of what's
actual
happening.
visage.
Yeah, but what happened was Ryan pretended that I had spat on him. In fact, I had spat on his face.
In fact, I sat there, I spat at the goblin.
I spit at the goblin.
Oh, we have to watch that video back. For all you people listening at home,
That's an old one.
It's something to watch.
It's an old one. We've actually talked about that on the podcast
have.
before, and we linked it.
Yeah, and
So
also...
I don't know if anybody went and watched it. But
when we were watching it at the time, we were able to reference and quote it way better than we probably could.
I haven't
now.
watched it in a long time, but there's a golden boy. Ow.
Oh, didn't pull it.
Oh yeah. I didn't, but I was doing the ET thing. I was an ETsman.
Oh, I nearly threw
Well,
that.
Ryan, don't throw.
That
up
was a
on the
clammy
podcast.
hand.
Yeah, I'm a clansman.
He's walking around the high street with a load of clams. Just got a load of clams on him.
Oh, it wasn't clams. It was on Jackass. Johnny Knoxville had a suit full of squids on it.
Oh
He was
my
walking
God.
around and he jumps into the water. He did another one with bread.
That's what I love, right? Is when we just sit here and we talk.
We just
we
chatting away.
we chat, right? And I'm like, we're very quick to respond to each other. And it's not even like you don't even have to prepare a joke. It's just how we act. And I'll be honest, I usually have very clammy hands. Right now, they're soft and smooth, and it's like a baby's backside. But I shook your hand.
Sweaty backside.
I mean, that's not what it is.
In fact, were you saying it wasn't clammy at the moment?
No, my hands aren't clammy,
Aren't.
but yours are.
Yeah.
Aren't.
Ant.
Not like my auntie, or for all of you people in America.
Aunt Carol was round. Aunt Carol, she was this Thanksgiving she was climbing on the table.
Wait, as in...
Aunt Carol, she was climbing on the table.
The way you say climbing makes you sound like you're saying clamming, like clam.
She was climbing on the table.
Aunt Carol Carol, we told you too many times.
Yeah, but I've got clammy hands. Like half the time, I can't even open my phone. Look, I can't do it now. Oh, I did it because it's got Touch ID.
Why don't we say that we have clammy balls, but we say we have clammy hands? We say we have sweaty
I've got
balls, but we don't
clammy-
say sweaty hands.
I've got clammy balls because I can't open my phone because it's got the Touch ID, and my thumbprint doesn't work because I've got clam hand.
Billy almost like he thought about burping, but it just didn't happen.
I didn't even think about it. I wouldn't even think about
I really like what just happened. It was so natural.
it. Aunt Carol!
No, I'm talking before that. It was like when I went to shake your hand, like, oh, you knew I was going to say, oh, you've got clammy hands. Before I even suggested it, you went, oh, I'm a clansman.
I'm a clam.
The instant picture in my head was some dude,
Boy.
some boy. Did you just
Did I just
like,
assume
you
the
just
clam?
assume the clan? We're not in a clan here. I just imagined, imagine a human, but their head is a giant clam, and for their hands
the whole
and for feet.
clam. Not even like their head is a giant clam's head. Their head is a giant clam.
Well, a clam doesn't have a head. A clam is a clam.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oop. I'm thinking of the wrong
So
things.
are we talking about a full clam or the clam's head? It's my favourite pub, the clam's head.
The clam's head. Yes. I love it.
If we run a tavern, it wouldn't be a pub, it'd be a tavern. Well,
Two flagons of ale,
Oh
please,
my
sir.
god. Oh, 2 flagons. I'm a clansman. And then, Aunt Carol, stop clamming over the table.
Aunt Carol.
Now, this could be many different things. This could be an ant
Yeah,
that is called Carol. It's just the resident, it's the family ant. Or it could be Aunt Carol, who's climbing on the table. Or it could be an Aunt Carol, who's very clammy.
My aunt's farm. Could be an ant farm.
I mean, the sound was coming from me. That's why
Oh yeah. Sorry about that bit. I forgot about that.
I put my finger up to Billy. He went to pull
I
it.
thought you were going to say something else.
Oh, I'll do that after.
I'll put my finger up his bum.
I'll pout about it.
I saw Steve-O recently.
It's alright, I wasn't going to talk about it.
I saw Steve-O recently and he was saying that he would sign people's stuff and you could ask for if you wanted just a mild signing, a medium signing or a hot signing. And a hot signing means he'd sign something like,
Crazy.
"Hey Aunt Carol."
Yeah. Well, I saw all his Snapchats the other night. I was like, that's brilliant.
Well, one of the ones was he would sign saying, "I love it when you finger me bum." But he would try. He'd say it in like a as if he was trying finger me bum, and obviously you know how Steve-O sounds like. He doesn't sound like that, but he was trying to put on a voice like it was a British
couldn't even
voice.
try to do Steve-O's voice. He's got such a
I love it so
raspy American, but like I
much.
don't know, dude.
He's
It's
done
like
a lot of drags.
He's done a lot of drags.
He's dragged his balls through.
A lot of things.
Yeah,
But
but
you know what? When I saw that, and I mean, in no way to disrespect you or Steve-O.
well, I'm already offended.
I didn't even start with no offence, but it had the same thing.
You
didn't
said
it?
not to disrespect,
I
so
Same thing. But when I saw the picture of you and Steve-O, all I thought was, I've seen that man's balls. I've seen him do terrible things, and there you are, 5 centimetres away from his face.
well, even that night I saw him naked.
Oh, you did? Oh,
he
right.
did this.
I didn't even ask you how that was, by the way, that whole thing that you went to.
Yeah, well, it was cool.
Don't.
Yeah,
Aunt Carol!
Aunt Carol, get off the table.
You're breaking rule number 2. You're making all
I know.
the
I said
sounds.
let's try and keep quiet because I'm setting the levels quite high. And there I am talking about Aunt Carol.
Where did that persona come from? I'm setting the levels quite high. Aunt Carol! You go from like shy little London boy to Aunt Southern Carol.
Huh?
Anyway, talking about Steve fucking O.
Yeah. So it basically was like he was doing comedy, like stand-up comedy sort of style, but mostly in the way that he was sort of like explaining stories about things that he's done,
Yeah.
but then telling them in a way where he could set up a punchline.
Yeah.
But the punchlines were always true.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was like it's telling stories, but he'd set them up in a way that it was like stand-up comedy, and then sort of like stunts. He did like they weren't like the usual sort of like, oh, he stapled his ball sack to something or
Not like
whatever.
the jackass shit, but more like...
Yeah, but basically like the most extreme thing. Well, it's not actually, but the most painful thing he did was he got a lemon and he squirted the lemon juice into his eyes.
Into his eye. Yeah, I mean, still.
And basically the most extreme thing he did, and I was like, well, that is extreme, was okay. So when I say this,
Sorry guys, Billy's just sewing right now.
This isn't. I'm like, yeah, I'm moving my hands like I'm sewing.
Billy's doing all these hand gestures that are crucial
now I'm
to
gonna
what
be like,
he's saying.
I'm like, sit on my hands.
I mean, I'll give you something to do with them.
Huh?
Ask my neighbor Gary. Welcome back to the ASMR part of this podcast. Just be thankful that you can't smell anything because I just had a cup of coffee and I'm all up in your grill.
So
That's the sound of Willy dribble.
So it doesn't. When I'm explaining this, and I've said, "Oh, that's an extreme thing he did." It's not going to sound extreme because I'm telling you the whole bit. I'm not telling you like, "Oh, you did it." It's a story.
Now, are you talking about a segment of the bit, or are you talking about a bit as like a
I'm
bit?
going to tell you the whole thing.
That's usually the Billy way. I'll sit tight.
Sit tight. Sit on your ass.
Sit on your head.
Sit.
Sit with your...
Sit. So basically,
this already has like the Billy and Ryan like try
Billy
to
and
tell a
Ryan
story.
show.
Try to tell a story. It just goes horizontally zigzag.
It goes up, down, in, out, shake it all about. Do the yogi yogi, we did around. That's what it's all about. Oh, we just got a copyright.
Anyway, Aunt
strike.
Carol, carry on.
Aunt Carol. So he got these pair of sunglasses.
He did. He said he
and
was.
he balanced them on his nose, like he just balanced them on his nose.
I really hope you're
It was
building
really
this
cool.
up because that doesn't.
And then, right?
He's not taking any shit right now.
So he's got, look, and remember now. Remember, if you interrupt me, I will start from the beginning. Because I was just about
That's
to
how
say.
you work, yeah.
He balances the sunglasses on his nose. That's number one. It's like, that's pretty cool that you can do that, because it's difficult. It's not extreme,
I don't
it's
know
just
how.
difficult.
Yeah,
It's very
yeah.
difficult.
Yeah.
Oh, so then what he does. What he does is he gets a chail. He gets a chail and he balances it on his chin.
For all you guys at home, a chair is the mayor
You sit.
of a chair town, of a town of chairs.
The mayor of chairs.
Uh,
Mayor of chair.
in short, we say chairs.
He sits. So he balanced a chair on his chin. Then he goes, he does. What he does is he got a whole table and he balanced the whole table on his chin.
I didn't know Steve-O was capable of this sort of shit.
He
was in a circus.
was in the circus before he was at Jackie's. Nice slapping parts of your body, please.
That's
gonna
stern
be
you're being with
too
me.
loud.
After you introduced this by like
Aunt Carol!
by blowing the roof off with Aunt Carol climbing over
Me
the table.
moving my mug across the table like some kind of mug.
Although I like discipline. Was that? Are you done now? You expecting me to carry on?
No, he balanced the table on his chin, and that was nice extreme. I'd say that's pretty damn extreme. So
You did
he
say
did
that.
balance. So basically, yes, it was comedy, and then stunts like that. There weren't like all these things where he was like going to be. It was going to be really painful. But the last sort of thing he did was, he basically put his. He like swang. He took no. So right now I'm remembering it.
Yeah, you will.
He took off his tops. He took off his top. He was wearing a top. As most people wear tops. He took it off.
I was gonna say, it sounds like you're correcting yourself from using the plural of tops.
he was
top.
wearing a top. And then he took off his jeans. He was wearing a pair of jeans and he took them off.
Carries a pair of genies with him
He
wherever
took
goes.
him off he took his trousers off. He took his pants off. Aunt Carol took his pants So basically, he took his jeans off. So then he was just in his boxers, and they were quite freeing. So he swung his pelvis back and forth so much that his willy.
This entire podcast has just come down to this being like, oh, I think I better be discreet when I say the word willy. You're like, he was swinging his pelvic. You saw his willy. Like, you said so much shit on this, you feel the need to say, quiet down and say willy rather than
penis,
scrotal.
dick.
Well, now you killed that bit, didn't you?
So, what he did was, he got a pair of sunglasses.
No!
Nah, so he's swinging himself back and forth. So he's wearing his boxers. You can't see it, but like you can see it swinging or whatever. And then he catches it. Like he closes his legs and catches it, so they're like behind him.
Oh,
right.
Already sounds painful. Don't tell me like, yeah.
No. It's not painful.
No.
It's just so then he pulls down his boxers, but like
so you can't see anything.
You can't see
It looks like
anything,
he's got
and that was
a vaginal.
It looks like he's got a vagina.
There's all sorts of
So
plumbing
that's what he
involved
did.
with-
That was the
That's
last
like
thing he did.
the-
So I saw him naked, but I didn't see his
Yeah.
I didn't see his willy.
Billy, not here.
Find
Find a time.
I'm just.
Listen, if Aunt Carol found out that you said the word
If Paige Williams. Is that what that reminded
put
me?
a H in front of Aunt. If Aunt Carol.
His hair.
Welcome back to the I'm Real Sad podcast.
How you been, Ryan?
I was trying to talk then, but it's fine. It's like I was just trying to fill a bit, and whilst I was doing so, you were like, "Oh, this podcast's going a bit downhill."
It's a bit sad.
I'll pick it up.
It's
a
got a
little
bit safe.
I'm like, so
pick it up.
basically, guys, and then you go, "So how you doing?"
Yeah, I do. I didn't want any dead air, did I?
Like dead hair, or
Dead air.
dead
Yes.
Why is
Aunt Carol, please. So basically, I was just gonna ask, how you doing? How have you been?
quite frankly, I have no idea.
Well,
It's been a hot minute.
it's been a hot minute. What have we been up to?
Kickbox.
We've been baking. We've been going to kickboxing in the morning, haven't we? In the morning, like we do it every morning. Sunday mornings.
I thought you were trying to say some of the mornings.
That's what I thought afterwards.
Yeah.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing, isn't it, Ryan?
Why? It's
However
such a
you get
smug
slapped,
way
but
of
no
being like,
slapping body parts, please. Don't you dare stamp that foot on the floor. Don't you dare, or Mr. Baby Daniel.
oh, can I tell you something?
Yeah, you can tell me anything you like. It'd be preferable.
I'm gone! In that second, I realised I'm crying.
Excuse me, no, don't you dare bang on the door. Don't you slap yourself, boy. I wish you could see Ryan
I'm
right
very
now.
tired.
He's literally crying.
I'm quite emotional. I was going to tell you a story, and then you were very kind and said that you'd let me tell you the story.
And this is just for Hello Kitty 48 says she hates you.
That was why we...
She
Look.
told me to tell you that earlier.
What?
Hello Kitty 48 says she hates you. I thought I'd send that to her just to keep her out.
Anyway, to rewind and refresh, before I start heroically...
Go on, spit it out.
I don't know what I was going to say. Oh, that's it. Oh, God.
Don't you. Come on now.
I keep slapping body parts. Right.
I'll try and stay calm
I'm
for this.
composing myself. It's built up too much. I mean, I'll still say it.
Yeah, it would be preferred.
I was FaceTiming Laquanda.
The quack.
It's not even remotely. Not the same syllables, not the same letters.
You know, as they say in French.
Laquank.
Quack. Laquanda LeQuank. Imagine that, the name.
It's like tomato.
Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Laquanda LeQuank.
Laquank is like a breed of person. Like, Laquanda the Quank.
The
extraterrestrial being. No, listen, right, I'm gonna do it. I nearly slapped another thing. So I was FaceTiming my girlfriend. I'll be brutal. I can't even bother to say that name again. I was FaceTiming my girlfriend the other day.
Quank.
And I was sitting at my desk and
Suddenly sounds like it's gone really deep.
No, I mean that's because anything in comparison to what's been going on previously in this podcast has been.
It's because you're trying to compose yourself.
Yeah,
so I'll let you carry on.
I won't go into detail about what she was doing and what because that's not that was explicit. It's just not important.
It's not important.
It's just
I would go into detail because that's what I do.
That's what you do, and I don't know why people listen.
I'm
to
a
that.
detailsman,
as well as a clamsman. Anyway, stop it. Don't know why I did that.
No snapping, please.
Hey, Sunday mornings are good for kickboxing.
Actually, Sunday mornings aren't very good for kickboxing. To be quite honest.
To be quite honest,
I don't like getting up at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Doesn't sound like you at all. Right.
My name's Michael McIntyre. You just spit on me.
You sounded very like him.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was on FaceTime to my girlfriend, and she was winding me up. We were in a lot of banter, and we were teasing each other and winding each other up.
Some people don't know what that means.
And we were winding one another up, and it got to the point where I was so infuriated, right? I was so mad that I said to her, like, she forced me to the point, like, again, it was all banter.
You spit at her,
but I spit at the goblin. No, and I just sat there on FaceTime, so annoyed, and I went, right, that's it. I'm putting my foot down. Meaning, this is it now. I'm not taking any more of your bullshit. Do you know what I did?
I'm not having it.
At the exact same moment that I said, that's it, I'm putting my foot down, I slammed the desk with my hand. So I'm in the midst of
that's just thrown you into another thing to be
fit of rage
about.
Because I was expressing how angry I was, and how I was just like, I'm not dealing with your bullshit anymore. I'm going to turn the tables. She nearly cried because she was like, well, she didn't. She was like, very seriously, because she knew it was going to get me. I was like, right, that is it. I'm putting my foot down, and I slammed the table with my hand. And she was like, well, that was your hand, babe. And I was like, I at this point, I was expressing how mad I was. And then that just the phone left my hand because it wanted to be safe, and I started levitating because if I was to come in contact with anything, I would just break shit. I was just about to just everywhere. I was not a happies-man. I can't remember what happened after that, but that's literally the story.
You went blank. You blacked out.
Yeah.
Everything went red. I can tell you what happens afterwards, Ron. I could tell you. I'm not going to tell you.
But you could.
I could tell you.
You sound like...
I could tell you. I could tell you what happens, but I wasn't there. I don't know what happens.
You're very on the fence about just talking right now.
I'm not going to tell you about it, though, because you don't want to know. But I could tell you.
So what you're telling me...
I could tell you a new one.
You could tell me
I could tell you.
You're very on the fence about,
Oh, I don't know about that.
What you're saying is it's...
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually a bit of wheeze coming out of my willy right now. It is possible for you to tell me.
Yeah, well, I can tell you.
You're being very generous about it.
I could, but would I? Now... I'll tell you who would tell you. Aunt Carol would tell you.
You're just changing. You're just changing person.
What the fuck is going on? Ryan just took his top off.
You've not got no proof of that.
Ryan's frantically putting it back on as if I'm going to snap him.
You've snapped at me all night.
I already snapped. You hit the table just now. Don't think I didn't notice.
Fucking slammed your coffee down.
Don't
scream.
Think, I could see it. I'm itching my nose. Don't tell me I'm picking it, because I'm itching it. It's great.
Scrotum?
Oh.
This is derailed.
I've been ill for a while now. And now my lips have started getting really dry. And it's not comfortable. I'm not enjoying myself.
Tell me about it.
I just did. I've been putting the Vaseline on it.
And your lips as well.
I've been drinking. I've been drinking lots of water.
Speaking of Vaseline, my girlfriend gave me a hemorrhoid.
Several hemorrhoids.
The plural is missing for a reason.
Speaking of several hemorrhoid, we went to Flowrider.
Fucking hell, of course we did.
We went to Flowrider. That's a good segue.
Yeah, well, we did a whole podcast on it.
Because that was
Going back about a year
a little
now.
time. But basically, what Hip Hop happened was that basically.
Can I just say?
Wait.
Like, and this isn't a pun. Like, you're about to sit on a fucking roller coaster. If Billy has just said, "We went to Florida," do you know that's 2 weeks of content? You could talk about something that happened over a matter of 20 seconds. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you could talk about something that happened over a space of 20 seconds and make it last.
Oh yeah.
For 3 podcasts.
Oh yeah, baby.
Groovy baby.
Oh yeah, baby boy. But basically, what happened was that basically what happened was after the Flowrider, I uploaded these vlogs that I'd done there, and that what I'd said was a quote from the vlogs, and that's a good segue to talk about Flowrider because that was from a vlog from when we were at Florida. All right.
You can't say Flowrider and Florida in the same sentence.
I did. What if I was saying that Flowrider was doing a performance in Florida?
That's different.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I guess one of them's I'm just saying it. I'm just saying the 2 words, but like meaning the 2's different things. But basically, so what happens is the other one is that I'm saying the 2 different things, but meaning the same one thing, not the 2 different separate things that they are, the separate entities. Oh, I don't have the titties. Huh?
I was about to say, like, you have such a personal dialect.
Tell me about it.
I am in the midst of doing so. As I'm currently trying to do. I mean, if you didn't say that, I would have probably finished what I was trying to say. You're right. That nearly didn't go down.
That almost came.
Hey, shush! Don't. You like to round things off, don't you? And it's like it's not even. It's like you'll do a cough like that, and we had this conversation the other day that that's just something you do in general. That's a genuine clear of the throat. Or it's either.
Sometimes I'll just throw it in for the hell of it.
We'll
but
postpone
sometimes,
the Florida talk. This usually happens.
Sometimes, don't give me that look.
I didn't give you a look. I'll play the flute.
I'll play the flute. I'll tell you, he plays the flute. Aunt Carol!
We're going to get to a point where we don't even say Aunt Carol. Aunt Carol. It's just like...
Oh, you know it. I'll tell you, he plays the trumpet. Yeah. Well, you know, I like a good croissant.
Would you like a bag with that, or as the French say, a baguette?
Oh, well, you know, as the French say, would you like a croissant? Or as the French say, a
I don't know if you can put...
No, don't stamp on the floor, please. Please, for the love of God.
How are you so aware? How are you so, like... I'm out of
I edit this every week, Ryan.
Some of us don't have to put up with that shit. You're just making sure we're still recording. You know, it'd be a godsend if we weren't.
I'm enjoying myself. I'm a bit hot. I'll be honest.
A bit hot.
I'm a bit hot.
There's like a Pokemon, a bit hot.
A bit hot. Oh yeah, it's a fire Pokemon.
No, I was thinking it's a leaf Pokemon.
Well, it would be being a bit hot, would it?
No, because I was thinking of it as BITTOT, bit hot, not bit hot, because you don't say.
Why does that make sense anyway?
Because you don't put you personally don't. That's what I mean.
No, carry on.
I'm trying.
No, you could have just carried on, but you just picked up on it. You said, "Oh, you."
I've come to the conclusion that it's exhausting just trying to talk to you, let alone like the idea of talking to you.
Is that why I'm tired all the time? Because I talk to myself a lot.
That's for another podcast. That's for our happy podcast.
That's for the ring around roses. Pocket full of poses. Tissue. I'll fall down.
Ring a rail around the people who poses. This is This needs a topic now.
Paddywhack, give a dog a bone. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home.
Huh? Oh, we were singing the lyrics of the song.
So basically, Florida was your first time
Entering an orifice of another country. Mm-hmm. I didn't mean to say country, I meant to say country.
Mm-hmm. And so, I was going to say that it was your first time in another country, but actually that's false, as we've talked about beforehand.
Which brings us back round to...
To as the French say...
Do you like, or as the French say, a croissant?
Yeah, they're nice.
That's what it should be. Oh god, that sounded loose.
It was a loose one.
I feel like if you'd have applied...
It just slipped right out.
We're talking about his butt, by the way. I feel like if you pushed any more, like, from down, like, in your gullet, a little bit of liquid would have come out of your throat.
Yeah, not
but
sick,
it's right,
but
I
like
would
the
have just
bile.
been like...
For the viewers at home, Ryan just smothered my bile all over his face. Hypothetically. But basically, you had been to France. But you'd
Hard A on that, France.
You'd been to France. No, where am I from? Huh?
Everywhere.
That was a genuine one. You could hear that.
I don't need to know if it was genuine.
So, you'd been to France, but you how did you get there? If you don't mind me asking.
All of a sudden turned into an interview.
The way that I was talking about it sounded like I was like...
how did you get there? And then you realise you're...
So you've been working on this movie for a few years. How did you get there, if you don't...
I had a few contacts there. One of the primary ones was LeQuank.
LeQuank got me the jab.
LeQuank set me up with the jab.
No.
You did that.
I know, I was telling myself off.
You can't slap my knee.
I was telling myself off.
This has been established. You can't slap my knee to then be like, don't do that.
Well, I told myself off.
Alright, so if I tell myself
But how
off,
did you get to France, is what I'm asking.
If I told myself off by going...
Oh my goodness me, why would you do... Don't... Right. Now, that's fine. That's absolutely
My leg
fine.
is on Billy's leg.
I just want to know, how did you get to France?
Train.
How many times have you been on a train? Think
If
about
Ryan
it.
went to France twice on a train, how many times would he have gone to France on a train?
That's 2. It's always
If
2.
you carry the 1, it's always 2.
Have you been on a train time? How many times have you been on a
Yeah,
train?
so...
You're playing with my willy. Come off it. He put
Literally,
his foot
it.
in my lap
No,
and then he...
I did not make that sound. Listen, guys, I'm going to be fucking straight with you here, even when Billy coughs. I went to France on the way there once, and apparently on the way there back once, which means there was a total remainder carry the 5 once.
That wasn't the
I went
question.
twice.
How many times have you been on a train?
In general?
Yes.
Alright, well, there was that one time when I was in my mother's womb.
Right, okay.
And I don't know if I was an embryo at this stage or if I was a concept.
Mm-hmm.
I was a... Why are you okay with this? Carry on. What were you trying to say?
You were telling me the story.
Yeah, well, I've been trying to tell you multiple stories, and you only tend to listen to the shit.
So, you've been on a train.
Might I say that this podcast has derailed?
Oh, he's putting the train puns in there. We're talking
It
about
doesn't
trains
really
and
have
puns.
the same effect if you talk about the pun afterwards.
So, you've been on a train a lot of times in your life. Oh, I'm listening to, right now, a plane.
Which
How many
rhymes
times
with train.
have you been on that in your life?
That felt
Well, I
too
won't
good for
touch
this.
your knee again.
That felt too good for this podcast.
Yeah,
I've been on a plane once.
once. Did you swim home?
No, once. That's the plural of 2.
Oh, okay. So he's been on a plane. See, what I'm
I've
trying
been
to
on a
show you-
plane.
So what we've been talking about for the past 5 minutes is that Ryan.
I think it's been longer
This
than 5
was
minutes.
Ryan's first time on an Airs plane.
Going with Flowrider to America.
Mm-hmm. And it just happens to coincide that not only was it your first time
I like
on
that
a plane,
word, by the way.
coincide. It's it's juice. It's got a bit of juice. It's got a bit of oomph to it. It sort of spices up your sentences.
Right, now that
And You knew I was going to.
I was about to go.
and I was about to cough.
I was about to say, now that we've dissected the last sentence, and then I was waiting for you to go.
So, you've been to Florida. Yeah, I mean, I've lost what I was saying. You've been on a plane to...
The amount of times that...
We went to Florida, and it was Ryan's first time on a plane. How was that, is what I want to ask you.
Might as well cut out the last 10 minutes. It was alright.
I knew it. I knew that was going to be your answer.
It's alright, yeah. It'll do.
It'll do.
I mean, it's a thing that's happened. It's in the past. It's a part of history.
It happened. It'll happen again.
It's not happening.
It's not happening right
It's not about to happen, or it's not gonna happen.
It could
might,
happen again.
It's
It
a
might,
possibility.
but that's not happening right now, and that's not... It happened. We did it. You did it. It was your first time. How was it, June? No, they won't. They won't know.
Shut up. Carry on. Well, I don't know why you just stopped talking.
Well, so...
Carry on. You got to make it natural.
You
can't do it, can you?
No, I can't.
No.
I can't.
Every time I get my penis out, Billy just stutters. It's the one thing that shuts him up, and that's not even when it's in his mouth.
Oh, I've shut something up before.
Yeah, and other than shutting people out and down and whatever, I like your Christmas top.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not going to get onto the topic of it because you know where that's going. Bands and what we've done. And
It was Sleep Night. It's a Sleep Night.
slap the night.
It's a Sleep Night. Christmas GP.
This is not good. We got to wrap it up and then bring it back round for Christmas.
I was just going to say about Christmas. It's coming up to Christmas.
It's coming
and
up
you
to
mentioned wrapping it up.
Christ.
You're wrapping the presents.
It's coming up to Christ Mass.
How's your Christmas shopping?
It's
coming
good.
along?
I've not got as much money as I'd hoped because my computer just broke. And I had to spend about $104 on it.
How's that worked out for you, right?
I mean, it worked out.
You worked out the mathematics.
No, I worked out last night. I thought I needed the exercise.
I've been meaning for a long time to be doing workouts again, and it's just not been happening. We've been going to kickboxing, as we mentioned earlier, and don't know because I'm going to get confused now. almost as confused as the viewers at home.
They don't know. We do you know what we do? And like as I'm speaking right now, what we do is we bring something up in hopes that it will spur on another conversation.
Yeah.
But in between that is a domino effect of that exact same thing happening and happening and happening. Our podcasts consist of descriptions and dissections of the way we speak.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It's us. So it starts
what we are
off
doing right now is talking about the way
how
we talk
we
about
podcast
stuff.
and how we do it.
That in itself, ladies and gentlemen, is called incarnation of podcast inception. Didn't catch that.
Jeremy, come on now.
Bring it in because this is, we might as well kill two horses with one stone because I thought we'd do this bit as the ASMR portion of this podcast. Jeremy died. Carry on.
Jeremy the
carry on, please. Just normal because we had to get that out of the way, didn't we?
I stabbed him when Billy wasn't looking. This is actually the first time he's hearing about this, as well as you guys. I thought I'd tell you in the ASMR way, so it was a little bit more easier for Billy to hear. I like to put stuff in my mouth, but that's got nothing to do with what I just said. Okay, thank you.
So
And that's actually all I've got to say for that part of the podcast.
So
Please continue.
well,
I killed Jeremy, basically. Is what was... That's alright, come here. Right, get my fucking pants.
no, don't walk. For heaven's sake, don't walk around. Oh, so many noises. Aunt Carol,
Sounds like a deceased family member that we still love and like.
Jeremy,
Aunt
Jeremy the horse. Nah, that's fine. Kill them all. I fucking hate horses. There was a point, where I hated horses. I was like, fuck horses. I just don't like horses. I don't like them.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I'll give horses a go. Whatever. There's people like horses.
You don't mean like you'll ride on the back of a horse. You're like, oh, I'll give it a go. You're
Oh
like,
no! I'll
idea
look
of
at a
accepting
horse
them
and I'll
as a-
accept it for what it is.
as
It's
a
an
thing
horse.
that coincides in our.
I'm like, it's fine. It's an horse. People like horses. They can be around and they can be
The
a
way
fine.
Billy
They can be a
spells
thing.
horse.
They can be an horse.
Is OIRSE. Ois.
Ois. And so he got to the point where I was like that, and now I'm back to square one. Fuck 'em. Like,
Maybe Jeremy was a ghost all along. They didn't know
Jeremy's
that.
my favourite ghost. In fact, I was gonna.
Oh,
bring this
shit.
up. I was gonna talk about this. I thought about. I'm telling you, Ryan, right now. I want it. I want it. I want to do it. I want it in my mouth. I want to have it. I want it to be a thing. I want to get. I really want it.
Okay, just
to
because
happen.
it's funny because a second ago you were saying you just don't like horses.
I don't like horses. But
No, but
what-
now you want it.
But no.
No. He's gonna get to
baby,
that
but
bit.
I'm not talking about no horses no more. I ain't talking about no
So you
horses.
just quickly
Ooh.
used a double negative there, which
I
means
talking about no horses, Ryan.
double negative is where
Ryan,
you.
you'll be my favourite ghost in a minute if you try and tell me about a double
That's the most
negative.
passive aggressive taunt I've ever
Oh,
had.
fuck you in the arse. If you don't, oh, come on now. You now, right, Ryan, you're doing two things I hate. That was one. You're clapping on the podcast. You're making loud fart noises with your mouth on a podcast. And now you're telling me about no double. You ain't telling me about no double negatives, are you? You ain't talking about. You ain't trying to correct me on no double negatives, are you? I ain't talking about no horses.
No, I don't know whether
ain't
to say
talking
yes or
about-
no.
I ain't talking about the horses. What I'm saying is what I want to happen is I want. I mean, I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to because this is right now my mentality and it needs to change. But this is what it is right now. I'm not good enough. Right? I'm not good enough and I never will be, is my mentality.
We live to die.
Mm.
I'm Australian. We live
living
to die.
is a problem because everything dies. But basically,
Hence, kill 'em all.
I want who's your favourite ghost to happen. I want it a thing. I want to do it.
The band.
Even
yeah?
if I'm shit at it, even if it's shit and it's not good.
Cool. Can you get me some drums?
Dreams.
No, drums. That's the first.
Drums.
That's the. We can have a problem if you don't know.
Well,
how to say drums.
I can't get you any drums
Right. Well, can't happen.
right now.
Why don't we make? Oh.
Yes. A bit clever with
A
it.
bit clammy. Why? Okay. So.
Mhm.
Proposal. Here we are. I'm not proposing to you. I'm gonna make a proposal.
He's down on one knee. So
Who's your favourite ghost?
Mhm.
Is a makeshift band.
makeshift? What do you mean by that?
You sound like very.
I'm very I'm
Makeshift.
scared.
Right,
I'm
what
like,
do you
right,
mean by
you've
that?
thrown in a word.
Makeshift means basically. Well, you're right. You just looked at me. What?
Well, you did just
Look,
literally.
I'm trying to explain something. Don't if you have something to say to me.
Right.
Who's your favourite ghost can happen right now? Not won't happen right now. It can though. It can. It won't, and it might. It won't right now, but it can. It's a possibility. So what I'm telling you is the proposal is here, and the idea is it's can happen. Won't right now. It could. Like it actually could.
Is this a bit or are you going somewhere?
It's a bit that's supposed to be going somewhere. No, it's something that's supposed to be going somewhere, but it's become a bit, and I don't want it to be a bit. I'm stuck in a loophole. I'm stuck for a bit, if I'm honest. I'll start again. Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Case B.
It's got nothing to do with what I want to say. Noted. Who's your favourite ghost? Is this idea that we've had for a band the whole time, and the one thing that stopped us from doing it is the fact that we probably just haven't been like serious about it and like started it. I think because I'm set that I'm doing the drums. I don't know how to play the drums, but I could.
You better get good at it, boy.
I'll get good at a boy. Why don't I get some like cans and some like buckets.
I was gonna say
You get a
You
toilet
could
roll
go-
with a tissue box and put some elastic bands around it.
well, I don't want to do that.
You don't. Okay. No,
'Cause
I'm sorry
I
for
don't
suggesting
wanna-
an idea.
Because that's the thing is that I wanna
You want to what?
be the vocalist.
You want to be vocal about it.
I want to be vocal.
So why don't we break the mold,
Not
break the
contain.
norm? Is what
Yeah.
I was going for,
Mhm.
and have this is it. We have who's your favourite ghost, vocals and drumming, and every track has a guest doing something else.
Yeah.
Or Ryan, we could do.
no,
I don't know. I'm
um,
spitballing.
I was thinking that, like, right now,
Mm.
if it was to start, it doesn't have to be, solidly,
No.
this is it, these are the members, and this is what happens.
Mm.
Like you're saying, like, similar to what you're saying, like, saying, like, oh, we get a ghost in. We could get a ghost in. We could get an actual ghost in.
And just say 1 week we wanted to bring a ghost in. That is something that we could do, yeah.
But you're saying we get, like, different people to work on it, and blah, blah, blah. And I was
Yeah.
thinking about this earlier. It's just, like, it doesn't have to be...
No.
Like, I have many... Well, that's an ass. That's an ass.
Carry on.
An ass. I have many friends who can play instruments and things, but they're at university, or even if they were here...
I'm not even doing this to wind you up. I genuinely thought you were about to say, I've got many friends that play instruments, but they're shit. I was like, oh god.
No,
No,
but
but carry on.
like they're at university and
They're
things
just- it's
like that,
inconvenient.
and it's not something. It's like this. We couldn't solidly start a band.
So
and
let's do
start
it.
doing stuff. Yeah, let's.
Like, I
let's
feel
I'm
like
getting
that's what
to
you're
that
trying
bit.
to get
I'm
to.
getting to it.
You're setting yourself up for something that's...
Is that I could ask people when they're available.
Mm.
Look, I'm doing this. I want to do this music related project.
Mm.
Would
It involves
you,
music.
Would you be willing to help out with it, because I need somebody who can do this?
I need someone who knows what they're doing.
Yes, that would be very helpful. Um,
And if not, that's
So-
fine, but we can't...
one knows what they're doing in how to put a song together with everything, how to actually take every element
Produce
that's needed
a
and
track.
put into it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do any of
No,
that.
we've got no fucking clue. We're just
Not-
here for the
I'm
fun.
not Scooby McDooby.
That's a new one.
So there's that, but then also the instruments themselves, I don't play shit.
No.
I can play the beginning bit of No More Sorrow by Linkin Park on a guitar, and that's it. And that's just the tiny little bit. So it's nothing. And you currently can't play anything.
No.
I also can't sing or yell very well, which is two of the things I would like to do as a vocalist. But
I mean, maybe
I
we
feel
should
like-
start on
and that's-
pronunciation.
yeah, that might be a start. But I'm thinking, like, I want it that bad that I'm like, even if I'm shit, like, I'll just do it anyway. Just have it happen. Have it as a thing.
That
it
was the
happens.
mentality with this podcast. It was like, doesn't matter, this is for us.
Doesn't matter. It happens, and that's what's going on.
Yeah.
We're doing it. This
Yeah.
is happening.
And we've committed every single week.
Every
Literally,
week we've
like we
committed
said
to
we
it.
would. Yeah. And we're grateful. I mean, I won't lie, the views kind of dropped a little
the
bit.
views
in
dropped
between.
just a little bit, little boy.
A little bit, but we're still here every week. continuing
Every
to give you
single
something.
week we've continued
Yeah.
to do this. I mean,
It's getting up
it
to
got,
about a year now.
I feel like it might have gotten a bit weird because we didn't talk when we went to Florida and we didn't talk about it.
No, we didn't
at all.
address a lot of the
We
stuff
didn't
that happened
address
between.
it. It didn't happen, and which is why we were just coming up with it for the first time recently.
Yeah.
Recently being 10, 15, 9 minutes ago.
I mean, what is that? A coffee machine?
What is that? A ghost?
How often do you masturbate?
About 2, 3, 9 times a day. Try to get it out of my system.
Hey, will you tell me your favourite number in German? 9!
9.
No,
That's the
please, I
easiest one.
insist.
Oh, no.
sorry.
We're about to
Yeah, we were
rub
about to
hands.
dock.
Oh, at work the other day, I had the best for high five ever.
You put an
It
F,
was-
that was like a fajita.
It was the
We had
best
the
high
best
five. It was powerful. It was like a slap. There's a really old prank versus prank video.
Ooh,
You don't know who they are. I mean,
Why,
you're listening to you're listening to these
you might be
boys.
listening to
How do you
something.
not know who they are? Because like they're very well known, lots of subscribers. In fact, I'm an idiot for even saying that you might not know who they are, because I know that I've stumbled across. In fact,
What was your point? Roman ain't Wade.
This would be real quick. Roman Atwood.
That was very quick. I didn't even understand what you were saying.
I stumbled upon his videos and I thought, oh, this guy's really cool, or whatever, his vlogs or whatever. I really like his videos and the way he is on camera and everything. And I noticed he was at Universal Studios, and I noticed he was getting recognised a lot. And I was like, in my head, I'm thinking that he was like not a very well known person. So I looked. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
he has millions of subscribers.
the number one.
So yeah, you might not know Prank versus Prank are, but basically, one of their really, really old videos, Jesse was getting Gina back for a prank she did, and he smacked her really, really hard on the arse,
Right.
and then hit her in the face with a pie. But it was in the video, you can hear like the sound was like so loud. Someone in the comments I read years ago when I saw it was saying that sounded like a sniper.
Yeah,
rifle,
yeah.
Basically, it was
Like a
was
gunshot,
what it
but
was
like a
saying.
very- yeah.
He said the specific name of the sniper, but like it sat that like that's how loud it was. But this high five at work was like that, and it was with one of my new managers, and he's cool. He's a cool dude. I like him. He's an alrightsman. He's sick.
He's a sick boy.
And yeah, we did this high five, and it was super loud. And
Did you aim for each other's elbows?
I was just
went with
basically
it.
we were he was coming up the stairs up to like where the break room and
Yeah.
the locker rooms and all that are, and I was coming down the stairs, and he sort of had stuck his hand out for a bit, but I didn't know, like, it was too sort of like, I didn't know whether he was going for a high five or if he was just going to like wave at me, but just at the last second I it was like I just kind of slapped it like
Yeah.
just really
Like,
quick.
whoosh!
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
and it just made the most
good. probably had a
it
lot-
was a satisfying, like, yes, that was a
Probably
high
had a lot to
five.
do with the environment you're in as well.
Yeah, because
But
we
did
were in a
you-
stairway, and so it
Yeah.
kind of like echoed.
Once it
and-
happened, did you acknowledge it or did you just walk off like
we
two
started
badasses?
walking off like two badasses, and then he commented saying that was a sick high five.
Yeah, yeah. And then did you kiss?
Yeah. No, that didn't
Ooh,
happen.
yeah, part of me believes that you did. You alright?
I've got an itch on my nose.
Yeah, I
I
had
told
an
you,
itch
I'm
on
a
my itchy
nailsman.
nose as well.
Oh, have I
like-
given you my itchy nose? It's like,
Got a
have
case
I
of
given
the
you my cold?
Oh, shit.
Right, I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Have
sorry,
I given?
mate.
I might have given you my itchy
You know when they
nose.
say yawns are infectious?
Oh yeah.
Someone yawned on me the other day, and now I've got
Now you've got a yawn.
I've got yawnings.
Yawningtons.
Yawnings.
You got yawnings?
Yeah.
Oh no! I thought you were
Yeah.
going to say you had yawningtons. I
No.
was like, oh, well, you know, yawningtons. But fuck, how you coping?
It was a joke, but it's not a real. It's not a real thing. Ooh,
Don't you slap yourself?
I'm doing it now because it's way past
You don't
mattering.
care. You couldn't care
We're about
less.
3 quarts through this, I would imagine. No, tell you what, I'm a really good I'm
Yeah?
a really
Go
good
on,
boy.
Go on, give it
I
to
am.
me. Mm-mm.
Yeah, like that.
Give it to me, baby. Well, you
What I
came
was-
in a bit
No,
fast
I did.
there.
I wanted to get that out of the way. I'm really good at telling the time and have a good sense of time. I'm going to guess to the minute, not the second, but to the
Ooh.
minute.
Yeah,
right?
I'd say
how
to the
far,
second.
How far we are. Just have a.
Look,
have a
I'm gonna
quick
stick
look.
my hand
I'm
there.
not even going to look because
Okay,
I'm not about cheating. I'm not about that life, and I don't want to do it. Do you know what minute it's on? Check it now.
It's the same minute that I thought it was.
All right.
If that's a hint to you.
That means that we're still in the same minute as you last checked it.
Yeah. So.
It has a 4 in it. I'm going to say it's between 43 and 44. It's either that or it's 46 and 47 is what I would say. But it's got...
So I just forgot the viewers at home might be blind. They might not see that I was shaking my head at Ryan and because he was incorrect.
Yeah, for all
they knew that anyway.
For all those of you who unfortunately can't...
I just kicked the table. So sorry.
Don't have to apologise to me, mate. So it's not 40 minutes something.
No. But it had 4 in it because I gave you a look when you said 4.
So it was 34.
No.
54.
It's 50 fail. Well, it might be 50.
Already?
It's a fifth now.
We've chatted absolute
Well, I kept looking at the time.
nonsense.
I kept looking at the time and
For
thinking,
50
like,
fail.
oh, we're only this far in, and I was thinking it was going quite slow. and then I looked at the time. I was like, oh god, we're about ready to wrap it up. But
Yes.
saying that,
Yeah.
you've reminded me of something I was saying to you earlier about this year. So this podcast, I kept thinking this is going quite slowly. Actually, I kept looking at the time and
I mean,
thinking,
a year does.
like, but in fact, actually, it's the opposite with the year thing. This year felt like it had gone so quick.
Yeah,
Every month that went by, I was like, is it this month already?
Yeah.
We were so excited to go to Florida, and I was like, shit, we're already here by the time we were there. And I'm like, fuck, it's Christmas.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I'm wearing my my Slipknot Christmas jumper, and it's gone really quick. But then again, I've thought now, thinking about different stages of this year, near the beginning of this year, not right at the beginning, but quite close.
A good chunk.
So around my birthday, so like the second month in,
Yeah.
almost third month in, is when we started this podcast.
Yeah.
How long ago does it feel like we started doing this?
To me, not long ago.
To me, also come to think of it, not that long ago.
No.
But other
I
things
think
around that time feels like 2 years ago. It feels just mental. Like and the amount of time. So the amount of things that like have happened where I've been talking to a certain person, and then I'm like, wait, I don't even talk to that person anymore, and that's all happened in within a year. And it's just a lot of it. It's just really you're fucking me up now. Come on, boy.
I just wanted to show how good I am at when I know someone.
You know what you're good at.
Like I can do it with my my side bitch, also my girlfriend, you and my sister. Like, and it winds them up so well because I'm like,
because I just did. It's like a speech jammer thing.
It is, isn't
like
it?
it fucks you up. You don't like. You know what you're trying to say, but the words aren't coming out because you're then paying attention to what you're hearing coming back to you.
Yeah.
To you.
You're right there. We should probably wrap this up.
We should wrap it up like a Christmas present.
Damn it.
We'll be back next year.